is the hard part about bidding this. How am I supposed to know there's two driveways here? I'm losing it. Will you hop on that side? Here we go. You just made a ramp. Storm's coming. You cannot do this as a homeowner. Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Today we have a driveway tear out in our place. So it's actually in town here, so it's not too far. It's about a third, maybe a half concrete, a half gravel right now. So we're gonna tear out all that old concrete, bring that gravel down to height, and then we can pour some nice concrete in there. We gotta have an inspection through the city to make sure they're right away. It's kind of like their property. It's usually the first 10 or 15 feet. That needs to be 6 inches. The rest of the driveway is going to be 4 because it's just a residential driveway. So we need to get it prepped and ready for them today kind of quickly so that they can come inspect it, approve it, and we're good to go for the morning. It's just gonna be Luke and I today, but it's not that big of a driveway, so I think we can knock it out. It's nothing new. We're used to dealing with it. So I kind of got home later last night from that footing job, and my brother and I kind of just threw the tools all around because we had to power wash the skid steer and get all the mud out of the tracks. We have a little bit of cleanup this morning, so I need to get that cleaned up. That way we're not starting this project with tools all over the place. So Luke should be here kind of any minute. We'll get trucks organized halfway and then we'll head to the job. All right, I hear Luke now. He's trying to, we got tools all over the place in the way. On time and early as normal. I don't think a single time in 4 years he's been late. That's not once. Pretty amazing. Good morning.
Much warmer than yesterday.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, I don't think we'll have quite the wind we had. No, I'm gonna have you take big because we gotta get some form lumber. We don't have.
Oh, yeah,
we got a couple to get us started, but. Gonna get that thing greased up. She took a beating yesterday pouring those footings. Get the heat going for Luke because it's a little chilly in here. Hey Luke, do you know, is the grease gun in King? Alright, I didn't see it big, so I'm assuming. Is that the only straight 2x4?
Yeah, the other ones are twisted.
Oh really?
You can double check.
Alright, let's get this thing greased up. Try to get this a little organized so that we can function. Our main work truck should be done soon, so all of these tools go back in the main work truck. I don't really want to spend a ton of time organizing this, but this is a bit ridiculous. We use this for saw cutting because I don't think she'll have a hose that'll reach. Alrighty, just pulling up to the job. I'm going to get the tools unloaded, meet with the homeowner, just discuss everything, make sure the shape and everything is still how she wants it, and then we'll get cranking. It's a little smaller than I remembered, so that's kind of good news. That means we can knock it out and prep it pretty quick today. So hopefully we don't run into any issues with the gas line, and it's just a normal concrete job. We don't even need the jackhammer, I forgot. It's totally broken. Good thinking though, staying far up. That's good, thank you. Alrighty guys, this is the project. This is the gravel portion. And up here is the cracked concrete driveway. Probably 40, 50, maybe 60 years old. So we do have kind of a tricky problem. The patio, the garage, and the side here are all level. So that doesn't add up to making it easy to pitch the water. So I think we're gonna cut into this bank and we'll swale it this way. We're climbing pretty high to the road, so I'm not worried about any of this water. We just need to send it to this landscaping over on the side. So thankfully the driveway's already broken up, so we don't need the jackhammer. We'll just use the rock bucket, scoop underneath it, and be good to go. Hey, we're loading up concrete, Chancho. Set them over here. You'll get back in the swing of things. I have no worry. get turned around.
Should I move?
What? No, you're okay. Oh man, the dump place is not gonna take these. Hey, they poured the driveway over top of another driveway or something. We gotta break, they'll never take that. It's 1/4-inch plate steel around there. That'll bind the grinders up, so pull big forward so I can get the jackhammer out. And we'll have to get those out of the bed too. What do you do? What?
Getting the metal out.
Oh, I mean, you can try, but I don't think there's any way you're gonna, I'm saying dump it and jackhammer it. You can try, but, all right, let's see if it's, oh yeah. If you're not up by 8:30, I hope you work midnights. Come on. What in the world is this thing? I'm gonna have to call and see if they'll take this. Alright, I just called around and got an answer. So we're going to have to separate the stuff with metal in it because that's really expensive to get rid of, and then we'll put the clean stuff off to the side. So it's this little simple job turned into kind of a tricky one. Thankfully it's not that big. It's the hard part about bidding this. How am I supposed to know there's 2 driveways here? It's okay, the day will go on. All right, we're gonna go dump this, see what they charge us. I think she said $40 a yard, so that's 5 yards, it's $200 a trailer. It's pretty crazy. But there's only so many places you can get rid of junk like this. Keep going.
I'm gonna try and pick up on this end piece here.
Yeah.
And unwedge everything so it'll fall out.
I'm not worried about the trailer, so.
Oh yeah, have pull forward some more.
Oh, so close. All right, we're back. We're gonna see how many more of these there are. All right, we just got loaded up with the second load. We're gonna take this to the regular dump. Probably should have called the semi, but we weren't really planning on tearing out 2 driveways. All right, we're gonna make it trek back to the job and we'll do it all over again. All right, so you're getting 10 boards total. 8 2x4s and 2 2x6s. That dozer over there looks tiny, but that's probably a D8 over there. That's just the perspective of how big this pit is. They've got another D8 there, they got a D6 there. Where those dozers were, it was a straight drop off. So this is probably close to billions yards of dirt. All right, just pulling back up to the job. I'm gonna get this concrete loaded in the trailer and then we'll get things grading up. I called the city and I can't believe this, but when this town did their surveying originally, back a long time ago, their city right of way is 99 feet, which is unheard of. So it goes way into these people's yards, which means pretty much half of this driveway is gonna have to be 6 inches now. And I only bid 10, 15 feet, and now it's 33 feet. So I'm gonna have to talk with the homeowner and say, hey, sorry, it's gonna be a little extra in concrete because the city, I don't know why they did that. That's crazy back then. All right, I'm gonna run quick and dump that load. All right, get back to Luke, get the other side formed up, and maybe double check his side. Kind of just told him to form it up without much instruction, kind of just as a little test. See if he remembers anything from last year. And then I can call for inspection, and then him and I can mess with the rest of the driveway and take as long as we want for that. But I just got to make sure we pass inspection. We got 2 more hours until they're closed, but I don't think they start, I don't think they open until like 9, which is not good for concrete because we need to be able to pour at 7 or 8. If you go to 9, then it's second round, which is usually 10, 10:30, 11, and then you just wasted 4 or 5 hours of your day waiting. How's it going, my guy? All right, I got the string line up over here, so we're gonna get this cut, and then I can start forming this side and we can call for inspection. We're back, guys. I know it's been a little bit since we've had the head cam on. Passed inspection, good to go for the morning. As far as that, we did it in reverse because we didn't have time, because tearing this driveway out took so much time because it was a double driveway. So we got this little garbage pad for the garbage cans. We got all of our lines set, forms set. Now we just have to grade the 4-inch section of this, compact it, and we'll be good to go for the morning. I'll run home real quick. That way we can load this up, get it cut, and we don't have to do it while we're pouring. All right, I'm gonna run home, dump this, come back, finish up. Took way longer than I thought. Like 3-4 hours longer than I thought, but it's okay. We're just getting back into the swing of things. It's bound to happen. It's okay, I still have quite a bit to do. We gotta get the rest of the gravel at the end of the road out, and then we gotta saw cut the asphalt so that we don't have to do that in the morning, wake everybody up. Usually city legal working hours is 7 to 7, so we still have a bit yet. Hank, watch out, buddy. All right, let's see where Luke's at. I guess was a third.
feet.
A quarter, almost a third. I mean, it's pretty dang close, so you shouldn't have to do hardly any grading.
Not really, it's just fighting that. It doesn't like the soft stuff.
It's not that. It's, you gotta keep it to the right. You've gotta keep tension like this.
Oh.
For the life of me, I have no idea. But if you walk like this, it'll go twice as fast.
Thank you. That'll speed me up a lot.
Yeah. No, it's something's messed up with the counterweights or something. Nice. All right, let's get it cut. I want to get it done, all the crazy noise done before 6.
Oh. Back first already?
Yeah. Day just disappears.
Oh, I'm driving around.
Yeah. All right, you pinch yours down.
That was a really good cut.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Hey, better than footings. All right. Just finished upgrading. I gotta measure up so I know how much concrete to order. And then we'll get out of here for the day. All right, just measured it up, 17 yards, and get 17 and a half. Luke and I graded it on the money, so I'm not worried about running short. I'm gonna go to Menards tomorrow morning, get some wire mesh for this main area. And fun fact for you, most city ordinances, whatever you want to call it, require the approach and sidewalks to be 6 inches thick so that they don't really crack it if they have to pull their trucks on it or something, but they don't let you reinforce it so that if they do crack it, it's easy for them to tear it out. So it's kind of funny because they want us to make it real strong, but they won't let us make it really strong. So I can't put any wire or rebar or any reinforcement other than fiber mesh in this approach. So if anybody in the comments is wondering why, there you go. Oh man, I can get that with the MT100, but I do not want to be tripping over that rock bucket tomorrow. How did I forget that? It's been a long day, been a long week. Brain's a little fried. Oh man, can't reach it with the machine. I don't know if I'm strong enough. Yeah. This is the new sealer we're going to use tomorrow. Silent Cure SRT. It's a cure and seal and a penetrating sealer. Shout out to Tom Hoss with Concrete with the Hosses. I've watched him use it and explain it on one of his videos, and it seems kind of like a miracle product. So we're gonna start using it because there's been so much trouble with the cement lately. Everyone's having this issue. So trying to use products like this, hopefully it will help everything be a little stronger. We got cement companies that make billions each year off cement. The US, fun fact for you guys, uses 100 million tons of cement per year. Think about how much that is. So And cement companies are obviously selling that. So they're selling 100 million tons of cement per year. Even though all of us residential guys are teamed up and on the same page, there's no chance we can go up against something that big without intervention. So all we can do is hope that the laws change, because the sad part is they're disguising it under environmentally friendly, but really it's just they want to make more profit, and it's way more environmentally unfriendly because we're all having to go back and tear out jobs after the fact. Which, here to tell you, this diesel truck with that diesel skid steer with the diesel semi that comes to haul it off, and then the diesel dozer uses that load of concrete to push it in the fill hole. Then we have to use another diesel concrete truck to re-pour the job. You literally are probably 10xing the carbon footprint if that's what you're trying to say you're solving for. I think we're good to go for the morning. Need some plastic for the garage, a little bit of expansion, and a good attitude. We'll get out of here for the night. That front section that's 4 inches is 7 yards. 560 square feet divided by 26.25 is 21 sheets of wire. That's not too bad. I'll just get that in the morning because Menards opens at 6, so I can get there bright and early and still have everything set up and the wire laid down before sunrise. Alrighty guys, thanks for hanging out today. It did not go quite as planned, but Luke and I powered through. We got it prepped. It's the beginning of the year. Still dusting off the cobwebs of the winter, and the driveway was 2 driveways in one with the extra rebar, and there's no pitch. This was not just a simple, easy breezy tear out and replace, so not letting it get us down. We have months and months of work booked out already, so we're just getting started for the year. See you guys bright and early. Good morning guys, welcome back. Bit of a rushed morning. The homeowner texted around 9 o'clock last night after confirming the shape 3 times that she wanted the driveway approach changed yet again and was not willing to compromise. So you cannot do this as a homeowner. You have no idea the stress and the number of things hinging on a concrete pour. So we had to cancel the second truck. We're gonna have to form the first half of the driveway and go to the city right when they open and try to convince them to approve the letter right away. We had to redraw a site plan this morning so that we could change the shape of the approach, because it's the city's property, so we can't just change the shape like we could a patio or something like that. So I got Chelsea with the plot plans. She's gonna come and help dump out for a little bit and then rush to the city and get the plans approved, hopefully, and then we can pour the approach in later in the day whenever the concrete company can get us. I'm stressed to say the absolute least, but at least look at that sunrise. I'm heading to Menards to get some wire. I need to actually fuel up first. Well, I'm heading to get some wire and trying to make this work. I don't know. I can't. I have jobs scheduled out for 3 months right now. Every single day I have, this job will take 2.5 days. We'll start the next 2.5 days at the end of that half day of the first job, if that makes sense. So if stuff like this, I can't just get it to next week, because that pushes every single person for 3 months. That's what people don't understand. So when I say, are you sure this is the shape you want? It is not a negotiation thing. It is extremely important to make up your minds. So, thankfully it's not that big of a driveway. If it was, I don't know. I don't know what we would do. We'd probably just have to pull our pins and forms and leave it as a gravel drive until we can get back. I don't know. I didn't sleep very well because it made me so mad last night, but that's just little things you have to go through. I haven't had anybody in a long time do this, but it is what it is. We'll get it done. We'll still do a great job. It's just, man, is this a lot of unneeded stress, and really, 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 more importantly, screws over the concrete company dispatcher trying to shuffle his day when he has every single duck in a row as well. So that's just something I guess people don't realize. All right, I got that going. I got to text my brother and Luke because I told them, I changed plans on them a few times now because I couldn't make it work, but I finally figured out a solution this morning. I hate splitting up a small driveway into 2 pours, but we have to in this case. All right, I'm gonna rush to Menards, get the wire and the 2x6s because we have to reform the approach and then head to the job. I think I'm just gonna spread the wire and get out pouring tools, and then we will form the approach after we for sure pass the approval from the city or whatever. If they don't approve it, then I'm not going to change it because that'd be a waste of time. So it might be kind of forming as the second truck is on its way. All right, here we go. I'm going to get the wood first, and then we'll snag the wire. Holy cow. It was gonna be a super easy, chill day. My brother has a construction business out in Montana and he wants to get into pouring some concrete. So I I still will, spend some time today teaching him, just kind of refreshing him so that he can pour out in Montana. I obviously can't always make the trip out there. It's kind of be a long day. How many of these am I getting? 22. 4. All right, there's 22. All right, guys, I'm gonna hurry. I just got to the job. I'm gonna get out tools, get the wire set. We'll touch base after. Sorry, I just don't have time to video right now. All right, guys, I got the wire down. Got everything prepped and ready to go. So we're just gonna pour somewhere up to here and we'll throw a bulkhead in and stop. And then later in the day, after we get approval, we'll pour the rest, the easy 16-foot section. And that's mud right there. I don't wanna say that's perfect timing, but it's good enough timing. Morning. Good, how are you? Somewhere around a 6er.
All right.
No, we prepped this. This is a tear out. So with 2 driveways. They poured a driveway on top of a driveway. There we go.
What's your height here?
Top of concrete, little below. Typically you go to the bottom of the edger though. So this has mid-range water reducer in it. Okay. That's why we can pour it so wet and it's still strong. Okay. So this has the cement to water ratio of a 4, even though it's a good 6.
Are we running behind you?
Yeah.
Okay. There's that one video where you're pouring that driveway uphill. Oh my God.
Don't remind me. If you tell me what day you're pouring and the weather conditions, I can tell you the mix to use so that you don't get in trouble. So I'm setting this here as a sacrificial pad to be able to sweep this way. I like to screed, I guess you'd say the opposite direction of which way you're trying to get the water to flow. Because you can have ups and downs and it's still gonna flow this way. You go this way, ups and downs, it's gonna catch in a bump. Got a hole? There you go. And your screeding is important, but your bowl float is way more important. because I'm doing my best. But if you have an error in your bull float, that's your last chance to fix it. Have them call me. I got my ringer on high if there's any issues, and I'll come down there.
All good?
Thank you, sir.
No water in there?
We got a hose round back.
Sorry about that getting a little high here and there. I still ain't use this truck, man. It's just dumb.
Hey, it's all good. First driveway pour of the year.
You know what is this for me, too?
Good deal. We'll see you on the next one, or we might see you later on. I don't know. We gotta get another truck after the city approves this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I might be back.
Have a good one. Logan, did you hand float over here?
Yep.
So looks like you dipped or something.
Okay.
I don't know. You ride your form.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I wasn't doing that at all. Oh, wow.
right there. And then when you edge, or if you have time because you have enough people, you can do that.
Okay.
And you scrape it as you go. But this concrete shrinks when it cures. So if you're not already to the top, you're gonna be even lower. So I don't know how much it shrinks, it depends on the day.
Well, I did that
But
the whole way. So.
about a 16th, about an 8th.
Wow. Do you want this set up top there or in the middle here?
Yeah, so you always, this is hard because it's a swale, so not exactly the best directions, but you always bull float cross direction. So even though I'm weird, I'm gonna start off going this way, and then we'll finish with these ones. Pull. Here we go. Hello? She said that I would have to submit the drawing, she would have to approve it, and then we'd be good to go. Go ahead and try, Logan. This is a good example. There's no swale here. So there's a good chance you're not going to have the perfect size screed board, which is in this case.
Right.
So you gotta kind of think of it as right, left, and middle.
Dude, you make that look so easy.
So you want to keep it slightly rolled. You don't want it perfectly flat. So you want to tilt slightly forward, especially on your first pulls.
And are you pulling up every time, or do you keep it in contact the whole time?
It doesn't really matter. It's kind of like whatever I usually lift it. Yep, just like that at the end of my. So if it's hard like that, get it out there. First of all, you're not as conditioned as I am, so scoot over. There's no reason to reach.
Okay.
And you're gonna do the shimmy, left and right, just. But get your board, yep, there you go. You want it riding on that form, just like that. Pick it up and then do just a gentle, kind of like a trowel pass, just to make sure your divots didn't do anything. And then same thing over here. See how I left these tiny little lines?
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
Okay.
If you don't leave those, you're gonna be higher and then it's gonna puddle right there. So don't go to your edge, otherwise you won't know what line. You didn't even go low enough, so it's fine. Yep, and the best thing for this when you're having just a hand float is to just do a bunch of light passes, not one aggressive, because you're not gonna, oh, see, that's perfect right there, little line. Okay, so you did your right, so you got kind of a bow tie, because you went to your right, you went to your left. Now you gotta reach out or walk forward, and you gotta make sure that you're basically leaving the line on both sides of here. You can see how high this is, which is fine, that's what happens, but you got to make sure, otherwise you just made a ramp. You can also go forward for something like this, so go there, change your pitch. Here, let me show you real quick. So you had that hole right there, and let's say like your guy throws your mud there, he's gonna mess it up way more if he tries to do anything else. So down here, you just angle it like crazy. And you just
Giant hand float.
change your pitch, your wheelies.
Look at my stop job in there.
That's how most guys screed.
Really?
And it's fine because you're gonna bull float it.
The better you do now, the easier job you'll both of them.
Yeah, the better it looks after because there's no humps or bumps or anything. So see, I'm just
took like an inch off.
see, I'm just wiggling.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Is it yours looks pretty dang good, but it was still high.
Right.
Wow, that's pretty good eyeball. Nice job. I got a 35 gallon water tank I'm gonna put on the main work truck. DeWalt has a battery power washer. You just hook a hose
Oh,
to.
I saw it.
Little handheld thing
That's-
for washing tools.
Dude,
it's a gallon a minute, so it's 35 minutes of washing tools.
It's a game changer. And you could have your driver fill it.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
If you ran out. That would be so much better. Oh my god.
Yeah.
No one ever thought of it.
This is Austin, so we're good to go. You too. Bye-bye. All right, I just got the phone call. We passed the approval. I'm gonna text concrete. Luke, need a long tape and get a measurement on this, please. To the saw cut.
36.
Are you gonna start both of them?
Yeah, I got 1.5% in
Okay,
this.
well, it's about ready for me to start edging. Get to it.
They're not hot.
No, I talked bad about Brunt because the pair Luke has are my old pair and they're waterproof.
Oh.
Luke likes the waterproof because his feet can handle it. Mine, dude.
No, my feet will turn white
Yeah.
in like 6 hours.
Yep.
Not even really working.
I'll hop in the work truck and my feet will be soaked. So this is about the time you want to hit it.
Okay.
You see how I'm leaving a slight line on my left,
Yeah.
but not really. And I'm still able to fill in all my holes. So it's always better to hit it too early than too late, obviously, but it's okay to throw it on there for a pass and then wait.
If it was too wet.
Yeah, as long as you don't leave any serious divots.
Yep, right there.
Okay, snap it. Okay. Let me cut this with a new missile cutter and I'll see. Heads up, Logue. Just hang to the left, just lean.
Where your hand joint at?
I got another joiner right here, and then you gotta follow up with this guy. The Mini Rocket. Man, they come up with some funny names.
Want to stand back and change it?
No, I got her here. Thank you, though. A little less. Yeah, something like that. Don't you think? Might as well make it perfect.
Yeah, fine. I don't think of other words that
I mean, there's
Joyce's is like pretty.
pillow, milk.
Oh, I mean,
Oh.
those are fair.
All right. Next truck's on its way. I'm sending Luke home to get a chute so we can get the asphalt cut and don't have to worry about breaking it again. Logan and I are going to get the next line cut, and then we'll get this last half poured out. Oh, good job, Luke. Filled it up. There's your ear plugs. Forward right there on the ground. All right, that was pretty much perfect timing. The truck just got here. We had time to pull our form and get our rebar in and get our road cut.
So,
Now we're getting back to action.
what, for one day?
Oh yeah.
Probably good. You want it kind of loose. You don't want to really tighten there. Okay. There we go. Yep. All right, we don't have a swale here, so I'm gonna use the fiber screed again.
Dang, that thing is sweet.
I know.
It's light.
It's not bad. Shovel. I think I like it. Just got to get her going. Guys online are like, oh, it's so wet, blah, 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 blah. Even I went to a Doan event and there was probably 20 different concrete guys there from the area. I was pretty much the only one in the room that uses mid-range. Everyone else was like, that's new school hogwash. Just use old-fashioned 6-sack mix. I'm like, you guys have no idea.
Like that? Well, because we always did it. Okay.
Yeah. It's like you have no idea how much easier it could be on your bodies. And then you could put super plasticizers. You could pour that at like a 9 and still be fine.
Is it Saturday morning at least?
Go ahead and blast it. Don't hook my stake. All right, we ready? Remember, halfway between the bottom of the screed and that little rib. How do you like that self-enclosed vibrator?
I think that's a sweet machine. Like,
I'm saying there's no, do you remember the old one? Where the counterweight was exposed and you had to spray up in there? It's totally covered.
oh, I couldn't see it. I just did spray it. That's sweet.
Yeah, it's so much easier to clean. So you see how shiny it is right now?
Very shiny.
That's the bleed water. You don't want to bowl float that.
A little.
Oh yeah, she's ready to hit.
Do you want any of us with you?
Not yet. Nope, just make sure he's cleaned and out of here. All right, should be about perfect timing to hop on. Oh yeah, I want to show you what you're looking for, so go ahead and feel it right now. Be gentle and then be firm.
Yeah.
See how you can leave about maybe 1/8 inch.
Yep.
So that is about the time that's perfect to stamp.
Okay.
Another test, pick up your fingers. There's a little sticky here, but most of it's not sticking. That's the other test.
You don't want it creamy.
You don't want it, because it's got to be strong enough to support. Another test you could do, go ahead and walk on it. I would say that's borderline too late.
Really?
Close to perfect timing, but if not a little late for stamping. This is fine for this.
Why are you hitting this?
Why am I?
Just to get rid of some.
Make sure we don't have a single hole because of the swale. And then I can touch up my broom marks. So when you get my paint pole hooked up to the green monster. All right, I want it to be good timing, but I don't want it to be so early that I sink in. Oh, that is perfect right there. That's what I like. You can knock down ridges, but you don't leave any holes on these skis. All right, we just got that first section broomed. The boss is getting things edged up. Gonna get it hit the other way with the bull float. And then I shouldn't have to crawl this one because we don't have a swale or anything, so I'm just gonna bull float it a couple times and it'll be ready to broom. Watch that? Yeah. Oh, he's trying to back it up. Nice job.
Pretty perfect.
There's one shot though. All right, just finished bull floating. Gonna give it a second and start brooming. All right, first time using the Silent Cure SRT. It says to spray within 2 hours of final finish. So that is now for the first section. It basically reacts with the water in the concrete. So if you wait too long, it will have evaporated and you won't have any water for it to react with. So this is a cure and seal and a penetrating sealer, all in one. Seems kind of like a miracle product. Oh, we don't have a leaf blower, do we, Luke? Oh, back a big, I think. I think it's been rolling around in there. Yes! My laziness and cleaning up sometimes works out. So this goes on white, but then dries clear. The MT100's done, so I'm gonna go pick that up at some point. All right, you ready to broom? Beautiful. See those? That's what we like right there. I'm gonna take it. So did today make you feel more confident or less confident?
More confident to do my size project, way less confident doing something this big.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No way, dude.
Doesn't have a handle. Never mind. All right, we'll get the cure and seal sprayed on and call it a day. Yeah, good call. There. That won't be running on our slab. Alrighty guys, there we go. It's a wrap. It is 2:13. Not too bad for the hoops we had to jump through. That's a beautiful looking driveway. Alright, I got a big estimate to go to. I'm gonna swap trucks with the guys. You know, for starting off pretty rough, this job turned out great. Thank you, sir. I'll see you at dinner tonight.
I'm good.
If you could empty the dump trailer so I can come pick up the skid tonight before dinner, that'd be awesome.
Found your chute? Power washed?
Whatever, you can just bang it out or whatever you guys feel like. See ya. Alrighty guys, it's 3:45. Just met with that builder and went over the estimate. That is a very, very, very good job. So I'm glad I got the driveway done in time for that estimate. It's a very cool neighborhood, very cool house, and it's a massive demo, new foundation, new driveway, grading, topsoil, drain work. It's a big project. So all right, just got back to the shop. Logan and Luke cleaned the dump trailer Got it all ready for me. Really appreciate little things like that. I'm out selling work and they're doing stuff, so the end of my day's not as long. Can't teach that. All right, I'm gonna head down to Dibley and get the MT100 back. All right, just pulling into Dibley. I'm gonna run in and talk to them, grab my machine, and get out of here. That's a lot of bobcats. All right, I'm gonna go in and talk with them, see if I can figure out what's wrong with it, and then we'll get the machine hauled away. I already got the machine picked up. It was a loose ground. I guess the engine is rubber mounted, so it doesn't just naturally ground to the frame, basically. So there's a separate grounding cable that goes right to the starter, and that was loose. So they said they took it off, cleaned it, tightened it down really good, so I shouldn't have to worry about that anymore. So thankfully they actually found it, and it was all under warranty, so didn't cost anything, which is good. I'm gonna head back to the shop, drop this machine, and then head back to the job and pick up the Kubota. Real happy with how today went. It was a lot of fun pouring with Logan. Growing up in high school and college summers, we'd work together every day. Haven't worked with him in quite a while, and it was kind of fun teaching him for his pours out in Montana. I wish I was less busy so I could fly out there and help him, but he actually did real good. I was pretty impressed with how long it's been since he poured. Luke did great, Chelsea did great. It was a good ending to a pretty complicated for no reason project, and it turned out real nice. I'm really liking that Silent Cure SRT. It was super easy to apply. I'm kind of eager to go see how it looks, because it goes on white but then it clears up, so I'm kind of curious just to see how the whole curing process looks with it. It said it might darken the slab, which is good, because most people ask if, oh, does the concrete have to be white? And the reason it's white is because of this L1 cement that I was talking about earlier. There's no way to make cement more environmentally friendly, like the process of creating it, at least as of now. So the only way is to add limestone powder to the mix. So I think it's 15% limestone powder. So we're basically just getting fillers, kind of like McDonald's meat, if you will. And that limestone powder, limestone's pretty much white, so that is why the driveways and sidewalks you see in town are pretty much literally white. And you can throw color in it, but that's a pretty big cost. You should seal it if you're gonna put color in it anyway. And it's very hard to keep your colors consistent when you're not stamping and you're just brooming. So I really try to shy away from colored projects unless I'm doing decorative. Luke and I are gonna head there tomorrow. We're going to get the edges topsoiled and seeded, form stripped, everything cleaned up, and then we're going to head. We have a small mailbox pillar job. It is basically just a block pillar, cultured stone with an address sign in the middle, and then a nice limestone cap on top. Alrighty guys, just getting back to the shop. I called the local rep, and he actually said to wait 12 hours for this stuff to cure. And I really don't want to mess it up, because this isn't just a curing compound, it's also a penetrating sealer. So I don't want to damage the effectiveness of that, so we're just going to wait till the morning to saw cut. Typically we wouldn't, but we have those two joints off the two little sections, and we did it in two pours, so there's a cold joint totally separating the slabs right down the middle. So I think we'll be totally fine. It's gonna drop pretty quickly in temperature. Typically I would always come back that afternoon and saw cut it. We're just gonna have to kind of figure out a process with the Silent Cure, because I think that's the best, but also cutting early is the best. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do. I'm gonna call it a day. We've got family dinner tonight. I'll see you guys in the morning. We're gonna finish up that job, getting it looking nice with topsoil, seeding, strawing, all that jazz on the edges, and then head up and dig that mailbox. So we'll see you guys bright and early for another day of work. Alrighty guys, good morning. Luke and I are gonna go ahead and saw cut, topsoil seed, strip the forms, clean that job up, hopefully get paid, and then head and dig that mailbox footing today. So it was supposed to rain, but I don't think it is going to anymore. Yeah, it looks like it's all north of us, so we should be okay. Even if it was gonna rain, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna bring the Dytech saw and the vacuum, and we'll go get these control joints put in. All right, just pulling into 8 Point. We're gonna snag some topsoil, a little bit of straw, and then we'll head to the driveway. Did you just clean your bucket out?
Oh, you need some topsoil?
2 yards. All right, back on the job. It's curing out nicely. So you can see these are 2 different pours, so they're a little different colors, but if you see some of this like splotchiness, this is the light spot. Dark spot is the limestone, and then the white spot is the cement paste around it. So while your driveway is curing out, it obviously doesn't look great right now, but that's just part of the curing process. A week or 2, it'll all be blended and look nice. All right, we're gonna get this cut. All right, we're gonna run home, grab a garden hose. We'll be right back. We just need to be able to wet down the straw so it doesn't blow all over into the neighbor's yard. So we use these party tablecloths in our wheelbarrows. It's just kind of like the cheapest way to get something like this, and it's got elastic so that it's not flapping around. And then we wash out in the wheelbarrows. If anybody on here is curious. Seemed to work pretty well. We can transport it, and this is 1 truck worth of washout right here. The drivers aren't crazy about having to aim in a wheelbarrow, but there you go. And then we separate the plastic, throw that away, and take the concrete to the dump, and it saves your wheelbarrow. All right, we're back. We're gonna get things strawed and wet down, then we can head to the mailbox job. Storm's coming. So this straw has tack in it, which is kind of like a glue, so once you wet it down, it doesn't really blow around anymore. We got a small storm front blowing in, so that's why the wind's picking up. This just keeps the moisture in and gives the seed a fighting chance. So I can see the water flowing exactly where we wanted to. That's good to see. It's not really good when it doesn't and it goes the other way. Alrighty guys, there we go. That's a wrap on this driveway project. Looking great. It's gonna take a week or 2 to cure out all these different colors and stuff. It's totally normal. It's just part of the curing process of concrete. So happy to see all the water beating up on there. That means the penetrating sealer really worked well. And I think we're going to use that on pretty much every single job unless it's decorative. So glad to find a new sealer. Going to get cleaned up and head to the mailbox job. Hopefully we dodge the rain. All right, we just got to the job. It's a super beautiful neighborhood. We're going to start, we got it raked back. We're gonna start digging the hole right here. And of course, the gas line is literally centered right on this. So we need to be super careful not to hit anything. All right, after, oh wow, 2 hours, finally found the gas line. Did not hit it. So now we can kind of speed up a little bit and maybe get this poured, maybe cover it with plywood. Still not sure yet. All right, that took a long time, but we finally found the gas line. No damage to it. Found the tracer wire. So we're going to make a little foam protecting layer around it, just so that the concrete doesn't mess with it too bad. Just gonna chill in the AC for a bit till the truck gets here. All right, concrete's here. Finally.
Nice slump you on.
Whatever.
Haven't heard that before.
It's just for a mailbox filler, so I'm not too worried.
Okay.
I would say like a 5-ish. I don't want a 3.
Yeah.
Hey, Luke. No. That's one more chute to wash.
This the only hole?
Yeah.
About a 4.5.
That's fine. The gas line was directly in the middle of it.
The what?
The gas line.
way.
Took me 3 hours to dig it because it was 35 inches down.
What's it for?
The gas line?
The hole.
Oh, that, exactly.
Oh, one of those?
Just for them. Thank you.
Oh, okay, that's theirs.
Yeah. Sorry that was so complicated.
I know, I hate these hard loads.
Do you think you could hit that volcano in my trailer?
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I'll get it from the side. There's enough room for cars to go
Okay,
by.
thank you very much.
Oh, no problem.
I'm losing it. Will you hop on that side? I'm just kidding. Don't dirty. No, don't dirty two-head floats. Unless you want to wash them. Oh, just knocking the wood chip in my beautiful finish. This is the best slab of the year. Just gonna tuck this back so it looks nice in case they host Easter. Have a good Easter.
Made it after Friday, right?
Absolutely.
That
Done. All right. That was what, 3.5 hours of digging and probably 5 minutes of pouring, if that.
7 if you include washout.
Yeah. All right, just got back to the shop. That was a long drive. I don't like doing jobs that far, but it's for a great company, so we gotta make some, what do you call that, accommodations. Well, thank you very much for the first week. Sorry it was so hard. That was not what I planned on, but we got it. All right, sir. Enjoy your weekend, get some rest, and we'll have some fun Monday morning. All right, guys, that's a wrap for today. Thanks for hanging out. You guys have a great weekend. This is Easter weekend, so I hope you guys had a great Easter. This video is gonna come out in the future, so we're gonna spend some great time with family. Gonna get a little bit of rest, a little relaxation before this concrete season really ramps up. And tomorrow is the accountant's birthday, so if anybody wants to wish Chelsea happy birthday down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys on the next one.